A radical democracy was a Chilean center-right political party. The party, created in 1969, was dissolved in 1973, and reappeared in 1983 before disbanding permanently in 1990. History. The party was composed of radicals, opposed to the presidential candidacy of the Marxist Salvador Allende. It represented the anti-communist sector of the radicals that separated themselves permanently from the Radical Party. The group was initially known as the Movement for Democratic Unity. It supported the presidential candidacy of independent right-winger Jorge Alessandri in 1970. A firm opponent to Salvador Allende, Radical Democracy took part in the parliamentary elections of 1973 as part of the anti-Allende Code coalition. The party supported the military coup of 1973, voluntarily complying with its own dissolution that same year. Among its most notable members were Julio Duran Newman, Domingo Duran, Angel Fivovich, Julio Mercado, and Rafael Signoret. Unlike its pre-1973 period, the party was reduced due to the departure of some iconic militants. Angel Fivovich and German Pico Canas entered the National Labour Front, a movement that later became the National Renewal. Other members, such as former Deputy Julio Mercado Ilanes, returned to the central trunk of the Radical Party. In 1984 it joined with other movements that supported the military dictatorship, a coalition known as the Group of Eight, which later evolved to the National Democratic Agreement. On January 31, 1986 it constituted the Frente Democrático de Concordia along WIHT, the Social Democracy Party, the Social Christian Movement, the National Democratic Party, the Radical Civic Union, the Social Democratic Labor Movement, the Javiera Carrera Movement, and Arturo Mat Civic Center. In late 1988 it created the short-lived Democratic Confederation with the National Party, the Liberal Democrat Party of Chile, the Social Democrat Party, the National Advance, the Democratic Party of Chile, the Free Democratic Center, and the Civic Committees. The Confederation disappeared in 1989 during negotiations for parliamentary candidates that year. In 1989 the party supported the presidential candidacy of Hernán Bucci, who was supported by the Democracy in Progress Pact. Despite this, he did not go into this coalition and had to participate in an electoral alliance with the National Advance nationalist party called the Alliance of Center. Leading candidates for deputy and senator for some regions, because scored less than 5% of the voting of deputies required by law, the party was declared in dissolution, which was corrected when it merged with National Advance and the National Party in the National Democracy of Center Party. In May 1990, electoral results. Presidential candidates. The following is a list of the presidential candidates supported by the Radical Democracy Party. 1970, Jorge Alessandri. 1988, plebiscite, yes. 1989, Hernán Bucci.